after we roll out this episode, right, I must say, CK has already raised the bar of a husband and wife. He has raised the bar. The bar is already
A lot of the times we focus on the baby, this newborn child, very vulnerable, very precious, right? All our focus is on her. As husbands, I feel we have the obligation and we need to take care of our spouses until they fully recover. The only person that can really help out the wife is you. Help your wife recover as fast as possible, as quick as possible. Pray for her speedy recovery. And then once she's fully recovered, right, you can share the joy of the baby together. Right, let's go. 1 week after my daughter is born. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back once again to our podcast. Yeah, at the comfort of home again, once again.
Yes, so reason being, my daughter was just born last week. So yeah, I think this is a good time
how's the baby and how's the wife?
The baby is healthy. So normally people are quite worried about jaundice, right? So she did not have she did not have jaundice at all.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
that's fantastic news. Wife, on the other hand, she had a very smooth delivery, pretty quick. So we kind of prepared ourselves for 14 hours, right? But she did it in 7, which I thought was fantastic. So it's good for her, right? Not so much fatigue. Yeah, everyone is doing well. Wife is still recovering. I think the recovery phase is quite tough for her right now.
How's the confinement food? Because last episode we talked about confinement food, right?
Confinement food wise, the variety is there. So so far we have not seen that many duplicate dishes.
What's the favorite so far, then?
Whose favorite? My favorite? Her favorite?
Let's talk about hers first before we come to you.
I think she likes this purple rice. I can't remember the. Yeah, it's the one that
yam rice.
Not really, but you see in those ice cream sticks. Those purple ice cream sticks. So that was the rice was quite nice.
That's her favorite.
Favorite.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, because the dishes are like filled with ginger, vinegar. That's the strong taste you get out of it. So more or less tastes the same.
And this is the one that you say is from Tian Wei, right? Tian Wei.
No, we have not started Tian Wei. So we started with Chili Padi first. And so far it's quite good. They've been delivering on time. The dishes they have variety. So so far she's not bored of it. Quantity is a lot, so most of the time she cannot finish the meal.
So
then it comes to me, then
serving,
I have so many ulcers in my mouth and pimples I cannot even count.
Serious? Because of the heatiness?
Yeah, heaty. And the heatiness is not just from the food I eat, because I don't really eat the confinement food. It came from the hospital stay. So the 2 nights I stayed there, right? You are learning so many things regarding taking care of the baby. You have to take care of your wife as well, right? The one thing I forgot to do was drink enough water. So
what are you drinking?
Yeah, I didn't drink anything.
Why?
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just like you're in the moment. You're doing so many things in your head. Self-care was the last thing that came to my mind. It was always about my wife, about the baby, then I just did not regard myself or take care of myself. So super heaty right now. My skin is all cracked, pimples, ulcers. My heels hurt.
Why are your heels hurting? You have not been working out. Why is it hurting?
Standing. So
okay.
In the hospital you stand a lot, right? Because they wheel the baby in, they wheel the baby out. You help your wife, help my wife in and out of the bed, go to the toilet, so on and so forth. I only get to sit down like maybe during meals and at the end of the day, when I turn in. And fast forward back home, right now I stand to wash the bottles, sterilize the bottles, carry the baby out of the cot. Same thing, help my wife to the bathroom, so on and so forth. So I stand all day. My heels really hurt.
So how's the baby doing? So 2 weeks, right, so far?
This is her 2nd week, yes. So baby's doing well. She's eating a lot, right? A bit more than what is normally recommended, I guess. So it's like 60 milliliters per feed. She's doing like 80.
Wow.
And she has this particular character where if you fall short by even 10 milliliters, she will not sleep. she'll stay awake for an hour and cry. After that, you
Cry
feed
for
her.
an hour
No,
or
no,
what?
no. She cries after an hour of staying awake.
Oh,
You feed her the
interesting.
10 milliliters left, she goes to sleep right away. So yeah, that's a very unique character of hers.
Mm.
But doing well, she's a healthy baby. So
Is the routine, sleep wise, everything already like
yeah, I think
get
it's
used?
it's yeah, I'm more or less used to her routine already. You know, every 3 hours we feed her one.
Mm-hmm.
For her sometimes 2 hours, sometimes four. We never really know. Formula or breast milk doesn't really change that timing lah.
Mm.
First day was the toughest, right? Because you
First day home or first day in the
first day
hospital?
home, because hospital there's still the nursery to take care of
Yes,
the
yes,
baby for
yes.
you at night, right? But first day home, you have to take care of the baby all by yourself. So
Mm.
fortunately, I have my mom, right? She does the night shift, so she actually sleeps in the
Oh, that's
uh
nice.
yeah, sleeps with the baby. So she does the night shift, then I take over from the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped us to rest a bit more at night, from the hospital stay. Other than that, but the first night was tough because first time doing taking care of the baby at night, right? And first time doing your own diaper change, first time doing your own bottle feed. We do it in the hospital, but most of the time is done in by the nurses, right?
Oh,
And the
you didn't
midwives.
try?
Not the diapers, because the diapers are usually fresh when they really into the room.
Oh,
So yeah, she did not
okay.
really
You're pretty
pass
lucky
motion.
then.
Yeah, she did not pass motion during the in the room itself. Yeah, we tried to latch breastfeed, right? They don't
Mm-hmm.
really let you give you the bottle to feed, so we didn't really try that. We only tried that on the first night. First
Oh,
night, the we
is it because the hospital doesn't allow, or is it because you all
oh
choose?
no, no, they encourage breastfeeding, or rather they are
Ah,
trying to teach you how to breastfeed the baby. So every
okay,
time the baby
okay.
is hungry, they'll use that as an opportunity to teach you how to latch, teach you
Mm,
the way to cradle the baby, how to hold the
mm.
baby, the
But currently, you're
positions.
not. You guys are not doing that direct latch, right?
No, because I think first time for her to breastfeed, right? Our
Yeah.
baby has a very strong bite. Her
Yeah.
jaw, for some reason, is very strong. The muscles around there. So yeah, I know, because you try to wash the baby, you try to clean the mouth on the inside, right? With
Mm,
the water and towel.
yeah.
She bites you, and
Nah.
it hurts. So we know she has a very strong bite. And my wife obviously felt that. So right now we are doing expressing and bottle
Mm,
feeding. So she still
yeah.
gets breast milk, but it's through a bottle. And it's good too, because I can feed, right? My
Yep.
wife
So
can
you can gauge that extra 10 milliliters.
yes, that's how I know she needs the extra 10 milliliters at the end. So it's very interesting that but yeah, back to the first night, it was tough,
Mm,
because you don't really have a schedule in place. Your body clock is wet already, right? You're still getting used to the 3 hour shift. Uh First time diaper change. I
mhm.
didn't know what to expect. I heard poo sounds. So I tried
Okay.
to remove the diaper and change, right? I forgot to lay a mat below her, those absorbent mat. The moment I removed the diaper, she did another one
Oh,
onto the mattress. So it's
not
like,
onto you.
not onto me,
You,
but onto
you have.
onto her brand new
No,
mattress,
no. You need to
right?
try one that is directly onto you.
No, thank you. But yes, it didn't stop there. So I thought, okay, maybe second time around, because cold, right? You remove the
Mm-hmm.
diaper, so it's so suddenly it's cold down there. I clean her up, clean everything. Third time, again. So I tried to shift her to a new position with cleaner, right? Because it's all over the mattress already, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
shifted her to the new position, fourth time. Again. So I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I called my mom for help, and that's how we clean her up. And so that was the very first diaper change, and I will always remember that.
It's only an infant. You have not reached the toddler
Yeah.
stage, you know.
No, I know. But yeah, I learned so much from that night. Diaper change is a breeze right now, right?
Mm,
It's like 1 week and plus change, days already. So yeah, used to the rhythm now.
mm.
The only thing that still worries me is that my wife is still recovering because during the delivery there was this vacuum assist. So
Okay.
they had to make an
Oh, interesting.
incision.
Okay.
Yes. So they usually make a cut and then they
Yeah.
do a vacuum, then they help to pull
No,
the
they're
baby
still
out.
doing vacuum. I thought vacuum is something that people doesn't encourage because of multiple horror stories. Like we heard about
Were
stories.
there?
Yeah, I mean, you just Google online, vacuum delivery. The head
Ah.
literally got detached from the body, and there are news articles
Oh,
online.
no, 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 no. You're not supposed to pull on the head. So
Oh,
the vacuum is, yeah, I'm not sure which gynecologist does that, right? So basically, and it's not like your household vacuum. They don't use that kind of thing. It's
yeah.
like a very small like pump. It's like a cap,
Oh,
you know.
okay,
They just put
okay.
on the top of the baby's head. They do a syringe
Okay,
to latch onto the head, right? And they just,
interesting.
yeah, like as my wife was pushing, they just assist a bit, right? They don't yank the baby out. No,
Oh,
it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. All right. So
yeah,
I was born
that's really
vacuum assisted
interesting.
too. So yeah,
My
it's
two
not.
my two sons, our gynae pushes from the top of my
Yeah, yeah. So they tried that and it hurt so bad for my wife
oh,
because it's like and she's on epidural, by the way. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it still hurts. So can you
Wait,
imagine?
do you see the epidural needle went into the back of the spine?
Okay, no, I didn't because the doctor said he required a sterile environment. So I had to leave the room.
What? Why?
Uh, yes, so I believe they just wanted to keep it sterile. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's pretty strict.
So
I was there for both occasions when I saw that needle went into my wife's back. It was like,
yeah, it's the catheter and the needle were both done sterile, so I had to leave the room. I didn't witness that, but I witnessed the birth. And everything lah. So
do you stand right in front, viewing the whole
oh
process
yeah,
of
oh
it?
yeah, of course, of course. So I
Yeah.
mean I didn't stand in front because the gynae is there, right? But I did peek over to take a look.
Damn, our guy need pull me to the front so I come take a look. I saw like the whole fluid, everything just gush out.
Yes. Yeah, the fluids, I saw the baby pop out, the head came out. Our baby was in a position where she's facing down, so maybe that's why
Mm.
the delivery was smoother, right? That's the easiest
Ah,
position to deliver a baby. So thankful for that. I
mm.
witnessed the whole thing. Even before vacuum assist, I saw the hair, coming out of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
crowning, all these kind of things. So yeah, it was a very interesting sight.
yes.
Um, yeah, for people who are afraid of blood, maybe don't take a look lah. Because for us there was the incision, right? So there was really a lot
Yes.
of blood, and they had to stitch her up. So yeah,
Mm.
not for the faint of hearted lah. Faint of heart. So yeah, the I guess what I
How's the
wanted to.
recovery for your wife?
So that's the tough part right now. Because of the incision and because of the stitches. It's been a week and
Okay.
change. She is still feeling very sore and painful down there. So I'm not sure for your wife how long she took to recover. You mentioned the pelvic bone
Yeah, yeah.
issue, right?
The pelvic bone was the main issue for
Yeah.
her.
What about the wounds? Were there any incisions made for you?
Yeah, yeah, that there is. But I don't recall that causes much of a pain. Maybe I think it's
Mm.
the pelvic pain. I think that pain is so overwhelming that she probably didn't feel that the other wounds pain at all.
Ah, okay. So for my wife, sitting hurt. So we got her the donut pillow, right? Just to help her a
Mm,
bit. But standing up, sitting down, you kind of stretch the that area. Uh, yeah, going to the washroom to
mm-hmm.
pass motion, of any kind
Okay.
hurts. I had to be there because right,
Mm,
in order to prevent the bleeding from staining your clothes, you have to wear this
yeah.
disposable diapers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adult diapers. So I had to help her change in and out of it, disinfect the area, wash the area, so on and so forth. So uh yeah, imagine having to do that. So with coupled with feeding the baby every 3 hours.
Yep.
And for her, if you don't do breast pump, expressing the breast milk, you lead to engorgement, right? Which she
Yeah.
suffered as well.
Mm.
So we had to do that every 3 to 4 hours as well. And if
Yeah.
both all of these timings don't match,
Yeah.
yeah, and they stagger, that's where the fatigue and the tiredness hits lah. And that hit us real
Yes.
hard the first week. So I'm super tired right now. I'm sure both my wife and my mom who is helping out are tired as well lah.
So is the baby
So
like learning to sleep the night routine, or is it still very sporadic?
the thankful part is that
Mhm.
once I feed our baby, she falls asleep.
Okay, so she's
For a
sleeping
good
now.
Yes, she's just behind me
Yeah.
right now. And
Oh.
yeah, and she doesn't wake up to loud noises.
Can
So
can you shout now? Can you shout?
hey, hey, hey.
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah,
stop the
she
podcast halfway if she's gonna wake up and cry. I think.
no, she wouldn't. So she has slept through the sterilizers noise because there's the air blowing. She has
Oh,
slept through television, slept through the doorbell ring. We had
wait,
family gatherings.
are you in the living room or are you in the bedroom?
I'm in the living room actually.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. So the baby
Nice.
is just behind me. Living room is easy for everybody to take care lah, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
uh yeah, that's the thankful thing about her, right? Feed her, she sleeps and she sleeps really soundly. She will only wake up
Nice.
and cry if she's hungry.
Or she poop, or she wet the
She doesn't
diapers.
even wake up and cry when she poops.
Oh, really? She still sleeps through if she poop.
Yes. So it's very hard for us to
Mm.
find out whether she passes motion or not. We have to
Yeah.
listen for the sound or we check in
Okay.
periodically. Yeah. So thank goodness
No,
she's
at
a
least
very
you know
deep
the
sleeper.
cry is for hunger. So it's
Yeah.
really easy.
Yes, and in the start, I didn't really know what the cues were, whether is she
Mm-hmm.
crying because of diaper, crying because of hunger. But right now, as time passes, you more or less can read the
Yeah.
baby. So yeah, now I understand. When she cries, when she makes those noises, it's basically what's happening.
Mm.
She's hungry lah now.
So nighttime, what's the longest, period she has slept throughout?
For 1 or 2 days, she slept 4 hours. That's the
Okay.
longest,
So if
right?
let's say now 8, she's gonna wake up at 12 for the next fit.
Hopefully. So but most of the time, 2.5, 3 hours, she will wake up. So it depends
Nighttime,
on how.
midnights.
Yeah, she wakes up regularly for
Ooh.
she gets hungry.
Yeah.
There's no extended sleep for her at night.
That
She
is so
wants her food.
there is no extended sleep for you at night too.
No, which is
Okay.
why my mom takes the night shift. So 3 hours feed, 3 hours feed, and she still gets to sleep like 6 hours, like, although it's interrupted in
Mm.
between. Then
But there's
then
lights on and she still sleeps well.
yeah, the lights are on right now, and she's sleeping. You can shine a spotlight on her; she'll still sleep.
Oh my
So
no,
she's a good
don't try.
sleeper. Yeah, no. She's a good sleeper, but she is very fussy when it comes to food, right? You cannot deny her food, not even that little bit. So yeah.
You do get some rest in the night, and your wife do sleeps too at night.
I try to let my wife sleep as much as possible, even in the day. The only time where we feel the need to wake her up or have her wake up is to do the breast milk expressing,
Mm-hmm.
just to prevent the engorgement.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, other than that, I will just let her sleep, right? Then just me and my mom will take care of the baby until she's fully recovered. Then
Mm-hmm.
then we can include her into the schedule. Because I think she misses the baby as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. We try to let the baby sleep with her in the day, after feeding her, right? Just like couple of hours, 2, 3 hours, at least they spend some time together.
You mean in the same like bed setting, or is it
In the same bed
just
setting. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, same. So I will just lay the baby next to her,
Mm.
on our bed. Then they will just like bond, So of course she would try not to sleep, right? Because then you don't want something bad to happen. So she'll usually
Yeah.
stay awake, watch the baby, sometimes monitor her movements, talk to her, play with her, yeah, that kind of thing.
What about you? What about you?
Oh, I bonded with the baby enough.
Oh.
So much. Because in the day I feed her, I change her diaper. Sometimes feedings get broken down into two
Mm-hmm.
sessions. Right?
Yep.
Remember the 1 hour in between. So in between that 1 hour, just talk to her, play with her, sing some songs, that kind of thing. Then when she cries again, feed her, she goes back to sleep. I think so. For me, so far so good. And when she goes to sleep, then that's where I try to catch up on rest. I
Mm.
rest my legs, sit down, lie down, do some work here, claim some insurances, claim some medical bills. Yeah, so try to get as much rest as I can because it's
Mm.
important, right? If you don't get enough rest, it snowballs. Then the
Yep.
next time the baby wakes up, you feel so lethargic, and
Yes.
it's very very terrible.
Has it been like exceeding your expectation, or you didn't even expect all these kind of things?
So the only thing that we did not expect was
Mm-hmm.
the recovery, right? So
Oh yeah.
everybody, you do research online, you search, oh, what is it like to deliver a baby, what to
Yeah.
prepare for a baby birth, all this
Yeah.
build
Yeah.
up, but no one actually shares that, oh, after the birth, what the recovery process is like because everybody is different, right? So
Yes.
everybody straight away jumps to confinement food, jumps to diapers, jumps to sleep schedule, right? But nobody talks about dads, the fatigue that kicks in, moms, the recovery that kick in,
Mm.
that was the only thing that hit us, right? Because we were prepared for everything else.
Yeah.
But not being able to expect the recovery to be this difficult was the biggest challenge, right? So I give an
Mm-hmm.
example. My wife requires assistance to move anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
to use the washroom, to shower, to even sit down or sit up, right? So it made us consider that, oh, maybe
Mm.
our place, our washrooms, they are not equipped to handle, this kind of
Mm.
situations as well as the hospitals are.
Yeah.
So, handrails, even the
Yep.
simplest things like a bidet, right? So, yeah, we don't have one, so we had to use the shower head. And unfortunately, the only shower head that can reach the toilet bowl
Mm-hmm.
is the one in the common bathroom.
Oh
So,
no, that's a
master
distance.
bed, master bedroom, had to walk her to the common bathroom, so on and so forth. So
So,
these are the
so
challenges. Yeah.
it's been 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
she's still not recovering for
Mm.
the wound itself.
Mm. So we visited the gynae and she said she's about 80% recovered. So I guess the
Okay.
remaining 20% is still causing her discomfort.
Mm.
And that's the one that is, quite painful lah.
Okay.
So
So she still can't walk without any assistance.
mm, she can. So the good thing is that she can still walk. It's the getting up and sitting down that's
Okay.
painful. I guess that's the
You,
one where you stretch the
you
wound.
get off your computer chair.
Oh,
You
all the chair
push her
she's
and will.
sitting down is hard. So yeah, but once she sat down and she's comfortable, the pain still comes, in bouts. But that's the biggest challenge lah.
Mm.
So yeah, a bit worried because it's like the second week already. So hopefully the next week when we visit the gynae again, she's more
Yeah.
recovered.
Yeah, well, hopefully that she can recover soon, recover well. And
Yes, so thank
for
you.
you, have you tried night shifts yet, or everything is handled by your mom?
Which I tried night shift the first couple of days, right? And
Mm.
then yeah, it's too much lah. Because that was back to back with the hospital stay, right?
What
So
do
we
you mean
was
by it's too much?
uh first thing you can't sleep in the hospital because I mean it's a sofa bed, right? You don't really get much sleep. It's not really that comfortable, right? You
you
can.
you slept in Pulau Tekong, out in the forest for five
Yeah, that
days.
was
Wow.
after how many hours of chiong. Yeah, so I did get to sleep in the hospital, but
Mm.
yeah, the fatigue from the day kind of piles up. Then first couple of days did the night shift. Uh, quite difficult because we're still getting used to things. So the
Yeah.
fatigue piled up even more, right?
Mhm.
So by the fourth day, cannot take it already. Crashed. So that's when my mom stepped in to help us.
That's very nice. I mean, is your
Yeah.
mom working during this period as well, or she's just being home to assist?
So for the most part she's home to assist lah.
That's
So
very
she
nice.
she sleeps in the day, right? And daytime I take over, then nighttime she helps lah.
Yeah, that's good. At least you have support from your mom to assist.
Yes, and of course my wife's parents they come over quite very frequently as well to help out lah. So
Mm.
yeah,
Well,
I would guess
sufficient help in a day.
yes. So so I guess the schedule is more or less stabilizing already. Yeah, more used to it already. I guess the biggest change is lifestyle, right?
What kind of change have you experienced thus far?
Things that I normally do in my free time, you no longer have the luxury of doing, right? So working out is one. Right, you have to squeeze in
That's an excuse, bro.
no excuse. I'm still doing it, but it was really tough for the first week, right?
Yeah.
I'm starting back up again, so because everything has stabilized already. And self care, entertainment, sometimes you lay in bed, watch shows, use your
Mhm.
phone, right? These are the things that out of the window. You no
Yeah.
longer have the luxury of doing because it's either kid, you have the time, you better rest. Otherwise it's gonna come again, right? So yeah, shows out of the question, games out of the question, entertainment out of the question. You still get a bit here and there to wind down, but that's all. Right, you do not get those lengthy like 4 or 5 hours a day after work to rest already. No, no more.
No more
Yeah,
shows, no more Netflix.
no more.
But you still can have whiskey.
Oh, I think I do.
Yeah. That's part of
So
winding down, winding
yeah,
down. End of the day, like today's Friday, TGIF, get some
you
whiskey.
can because your kids are toddlers already, not me.
But I do night shift, you don't, right? You only do it for the first couple of days.
I will start doing night shift when my wife recovers because my night shift is my wife. Yeah, so even though night shift is done by my mom, I still need to help my wife express every 3 to 4 hours, right? So same. Yeah. So yeah, it's been tough, but getting used to it already.
Wow.
This all sound very familiar to you.
Yeah. I mean, two times. I don't know. Are you gonna have a second child? Are you planning for 2, 3, 4, 5?
At least 2 years. At least 2 year break.
2 years break.
Yeah, let us take a 2 year break. So let us forget the challenges we are going through now.
But you are still young, you have the energy, so it makes sense to do it once
Early.
and for all.
Yes.
Early. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I hear a lot of people saying, have everything now so that when they grow up, you don't have to like, oh, how did I feed the baby? Right now, if I pass the baby to my parents or my wife or my in-laws, right, they'll be like, oh, I've forgotten how to hold a baby. I've forgotten how to feed the baby, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I can see that. Why people say that.
Same for us when we first hold the baby, we don't even know how because it's first time. Yeah.
So people will just tell you, protect the neck, all this kind of thing. You just learn along the way.
Have you tried out the burping, how to burp the baby? What methods have you been using? I mean, I shared about the method I used the other time.
Yes. So I tried a few. The most common one I'm using right now is sitting her up and just patting the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's the easiest one because you feed her lying down and then 45 degrees, right? Then you just sit her up, you pat her back. Sometimes the moment you sit her up, she burps everything out. So that's great, right? Then you just pat her back.
Yeah. Sometimes you burp out with the milk as well.
So far none, right? So that's good news. So that was the most common way. Then if after sitting her and petting her, there's no gas, no burps, right? And I'll just put her on my shoulder, right? So her head is on my neck. Then I'll just pat her back, this way.
And you don't feel the milk just dripping out.
I feel our baby treasures her milk a lot, right? That she will not be willing to part with any milk at all.
I mean, it's pretty rare because it's common for baby at
Yes,
this
to
age to just throw out, after a massive feed, especially like you talk about like sometimes
yeah,
70,
yes,
80.
yes. So
Their
she
stomach
does,
couldn't take. It's that tiny.
yeah, some maybe because she's full-term baby, I'm not sure.
Oh
So
yeah, probably.
yeah, she has not puked
Not
at all. It's
once.
not full-fledged puke, like drooling that kind.
A little bit of milk
Yeah, just
coming out
little
from
bit out.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I have not seen her puke
Okay.
yet. Poops a lot. Yeah, that's for sure, right? But
Poop
yeah.
nami or poop?
Poop what?
There's two variations. One is poop, one is a poop nami.
What's that?
I'll Google it after this.
Okay, I will go.
If you
So
want context, it's you know how tsunami comes, right?
okay.
Yeah. So
I see where you're going right
is
now.
that version, but yeah, it just everything. It's very graphic. I don't want to explain
Yes,
details, but
yeah.
if anybody's keen, just go Google and search Pupnami, and yeah, well, I think every
I
parents will probably experience one time.
I think maybe I already did. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's quite a lot, quite frequent too.
Yeah, I mean, be prepared.
So
Don't wear white shirts when you're changing diapers because yeah, if Pupnami happens, yeah, you need to bid farewell to this white shirt.
on the contrary, I would say wear white shirt because you can bleach it. If you wear colored shirts, you can't bleach, you can't remove any stains.
True. I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a very interesting one week plus.
Yes, pretty amazing. I think.
Uh,
I mean, do you have any like advice being a new dad of 2 weeks old?
wow.
Things that you went through.
Where do I start? Wow, there are so many things. I
Or
guess
one of the key top thing. Yeah, let's zoom into just one because I think there's so many things that you want, and I think this advice is not telling people this is the best method. This is just something that we personally experience, and
yes.
we think that it's probably good for you to listen. Take it as a pinch of salt because, like what you shared, right? Every baby is different.
All right.
Every parents are so different.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to keep this short because my baby is already cooing, right? It's gonna be a full-blown cry already. So I guess
dear.
I guess the advice is just take care of your wife and focus on the wife during the recovery process, right? So a lot of the times we focus on the baby, especially this newborn child, very vulnerable, very precious, right? All our focus is on her. Even our family, when they visit, they say, "Oh, the baby's so cute," all this kind of thing. Where's the house? How are you? The wife, how's the recovery? All these kind of things. Like you very seldom see that, lah. So, as husbands, I feel we have the obligation, and of course it's our obligation, right? We need to take care of our spouses until they fully recover. So if you have help, have engaged such help to help out with the baby because the only person that can really help out the wife is you, right? Who else can follow your wife into the washroom? Who else can help your wife in and out of your own bedroom, in your own bedroom, right? So I guess really focus on your wife. Spend some time with the baby, still learn everything, diaper change and whatnot, right? But help your wife recover as fast as possible, as quick as possible. Pray for her speedy recovery. And then once she's fully recovered, right, you can share the joy of the baby together. Otherwise, as a husband, you have two things to worry about constantly, your wife and the baby, and it will tax you a lot, right? And there will be times where, you'll be like super drained and then you don't want to really show that kind of tired side to your wife or to the baby, right? So, which is why focus on the wife and get sufficient rest if you can. So, if you have to give up your entertainment, give it up. Just go and take a nap, sleep. Your energy is better spent somewhere else, lah. which is taking care of your wife and baby.
I,
That
I
would
must
be
say
my advice.
after we roll out this episode, right? I must say, CK has already raised the bar of a husband and a wife just by giving this advice. He's gonna cause massive, discussion back at homes when wives and husbands hear this podcast and what he just shared. So yeah, be prepared. Be prepared,
Please don't
bro.
come after me. I'm not trying to spoil the market here. I'm just trying to take care of my wife.
He has raised the bar. The bar is already. Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my advice.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for sharing. I hope you will continue to enjoy this process and journey. And to our fellow listeners, I think if you want some advice, if you're going to believe that CK has a lot of hands-on experience, just feel free to drop us a comment. We'll be happy to share things, tips. Of course, these are not the best tips or advice we're giving. I think it's really just something that we experience. It works for us, and we can share some of these experiences, and you can use it wholesale if you want. But I mean, do not take it wholesale and use it. But I think the encouragement is to tweak according to the nature of each circumstances, situations, and if you really like our podcast and you like to hear more, please subscribe, like, and share. Drop us comments, and we appreciate it a lot.
Yep, you know the drill.
Yeah, man.
All right.
We'll
Thank
catch
you
you guys
so much.
next time.